Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
What was I doing? Oh, I need to go kill some mold. Oh, black pepper. Oh, damn it, scorched earth. Ooh, there we go. gotta kill this is black man calling Dominican father doesn't take care of his kids. Over. Black man calling Dominican dad that doesn't take care of his kids. Over. Yeah, how you been, Josh? How are things looking up? Right, because he just came. Okay. Yeah, then you be right. Same, man. Yeah. Okay. Story time. Almost fucked up my 70-ish-year-old coworker the other day. And the thing is, like I said, you've known me long enough to know, I get mad, but for me to want to whip your ass, that's you'd had to take me, you know what I mean? Like you'd have to take me to the edge, push me. Like I said, I've been at my job long enough to know when I look at things, I know what needs to be done, right? Without nobody telling me it needs to be done. So I was telling the guy, oh, okay, I know this needs to be done or whatever. We got to get it done. Oh, no, not that incident. Okay, that's enough. Let me take a step back. I primarily work on the third floor of my department for shipment purposes, right? So when the truck comes in, I primarily deal with the third floor stuff. So normally there's people assigned to each floor. Like I said, I'm primarily 3, but sometimes the second floor asks for help, and I don't want to go help them. You know what I mean? Most cases, I will not help them. But in this particular day, a coworker called me, and mind you, usually when I talk to you guys, I'll put it on speakerphone because it's just easier for me. You know what I mean? I'm hands free, and I can continue doing what I'm gonna, unless you tell, unless it's something if I sense something serious, I'm like, yo, hold on, let me put in my headphones type shit. So anyhow, so the old coworker standing next to me, whatever. Not next to me, but in the area. Well, so the person on the second floor calls me, goes like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm doing lingerie at the moment. He's like, "Yo, I really need some help or whatever." Cause he's by himself, and 90% of the time he's by himself. So I'm like, he's it was just really bad from what you say. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me finish this. This box of lingerie I'm doing, and I'll be right there. So I finish the box. I clean up a little bit so that way I can do what I gotta do. And oh, sorry. Okay, I killed all the null miners. Oh, uranium fever. Damn, I actually need to level up. I need to level up. Where's Hunter? Okay, yeah, we'll go to Hunterville. So anyway, I finished conversation, the old coworker overhears us, which because it's no big deal. So I clean up the box. I start, but mind you, shipping on the third floor, it wasn't a lot. So there was no need for, honestly speaking, there was no need for two of us to be on that third floor. So it was just really just no point. So anyhow, so I'm cleaning up and I'm walking towards the, to the, where the elevators are. He goes, "Oh, you're gonna go help him?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you gonna take care of kids' shoes?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." But mind you, at this point, I haven't been on the second floor, so I don't know how bad it is. Does that make sense? So I get on the second floor, and I'm just like, "Holy shit!" Like it's bad. Like it's really bad. So I jump in, I get started. We knock it out. There's still a lot left over that the daytime had to finish, but overall, we knocked down a couple of pallets. Fast forward later on. I'm sorry, go ahead. No, it was me and him. It was me and I'm on the second floor, and I'm on the second floor now at this point. And we knocked out a few pallets. So the store's getting ready to open, so we're starting to clean up so that so that way the store don't look crazy. So I'm going towards the elevator, and the door opens. It's the guy from the third floor. He's cleaning up his. He's getting elevator. He gets off and starts like ranting at me. Bro, Josh, I'm a little slow as hell, especially when people start ranting at me. I'm like, what? Like my brain immediately just goes to shit. So I'm like, like my brain is still clueless, and I'm not like I know he's speaking, but I'm just like I had that really delayed reaction. So finally, when my brain finally clicked, he was basically just like. He was just like, "Oh, we're not about to start this new shit. You've never helped them before. You've never helped them before, but now all of a sudden you want to go help them. This, that, and the third." And I'm like, "Yeah, he really needed help." But I'm like, he kept saying, "You never helped them before. We're never about to start this new shit, and if need be, we can sit down with Eric and we can talk about this shit." And then when my brain registered that he was cursing at me, Josh, I don't like that. And I left him upstairs by himself. That was basically from my understanding of it. Right. Right. Josh, he overheard he overheard the conversation. So I'm walking towards the elevators. He says, "Are you gonna go help them?" I'm like, "Yeah." For him to ask me, "Are you gonna go help them?" means he would have had to have overheard the conversation. So that was basically, Josh, the gist that I got from the conversation. Because like I said, he hit me with the, "Well, you never helped people before." That was my prerogative. At that moment, before helping was my choice because we had the hand. So if I didn't go do it, somebody else would. But I don't have that luxury right now. You understand what I mean? So you have no idea. So I kind of had to suck it up and put on my big boy underpants and get it done. Right. Exactly. I've walked past him for the last 2 days. He hasn't said a word to me. But yeah, like I said, I was okay with him, talking and all that extra stuff, like him ranting and yelling. My issue was what you're not going to do is start cursing at me. don't do that, especially because like oh, and then the crazy thing is, before, like I said, he's about 70 something. He's complained, but like he's hit me with the excuse, oh, you know, I'm elderly, you know I'm old, I can't be doing all this shit that you be doing. You knew what you were into when you signed up for the fucking job. Correct. But anyhow, so right, exactly. So, you know, that happened or whatever. That was earlier this week. Now today, what happens is I'm very transparent with the department manager, only because if nobody's transparent with him, nothing gets done, nothing gets fixed. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm trying to kill shit. Shit. Reload, damn it. So, where is the... there we go. So anyhow, today, so like I said, he comes in today, I told him like, hey, you know, I told him what's going on, and I was just like, he's like, how are the other floors? I'm just like, I told him, I can't understand how the other floors are not finished yet, and I had more pallets than them. Does that make sense? I don't, but then, like I said, I don't know why. I don't know, because like I don't know how bad it was on the other floors today until when I went downstairs. But it's like at the time I didn't notice when I said what I said. So, you know, I told him what was going on. I told him where everybody was, and you know, moved on. Fast forward when I'm taking, because like they recycle the plastic, so the plastic now goes back on the truck, which goes back to DC. Make sense? So there's the individual was just like oh sorry, I'm trying to where is, oh there we go. Okay, I think I just killed everybody here. Okay, I'm almost leveled up. Hunterville. Let me head back to... Oh, right, the penitentiary. So, he's like, the guy, the one that pressed me, he's like, yo, what did you say to Eric? I'm like, huh? Because Eric was coming downstairs and questioning. I was just like, oh, I told him where everybody was. Because like I say, every time, most times when I see him, he asks me, okay, how are things going? And I tell him. So I'm like, oh, you know, I told him where everybody was, doing what's going on. And then I also said to him, I can't understand how it's taking everybody else so long to finish their stuff and to come and help me when I had more today than the first floor and the third floor combined. So he goes, oh, what did you say to Eric about me? I told him you were on the first floor, helping Luca. Then he goes, oh, he starts saying shit like, yo, keep my name out your mouth, and this, that, and third. Immediately, Josh, you already know where my brain went. So I'm like, what? He was just like, Rand's like, oh, keep my name out your damn mouth, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, we not about to... We not about to do this. So I'm trying to explain to him. He's like, oh, he was saying that I was trying to throw him under the bus to protect. Ooh, go ahead. What you watching? Oh, never mind. I'll keep my opinions to myself. All you need to know is Shang-Chi, his father is the Mandarin. That's all you need to know. And they had to fix it. There it is. So yeah, he started. Oh yeah. So he keep his name out. Keep my name out. His name out my damn mouth. I'm like, what? What? Like I'm trying to figure. Like once again, my brain went to mush. And I'm trying to, and he was like, oh, he kept trying to say, oh, he kept trying to say that I was trying to throw him under the bus to save my own ass. I'm like, bruh, it's not what you think at all. But he wasn't trying to hit. He wasn't trying to hit it. He just kept saying, keep my name out your damn mouth, and you were just trying to save your own ass. And then he was just like, he also said like, oh, how he came out on the floor twice and I wasn't there. I was taking a shit in the bathroom, asshole. No. This is somebody else. Today it pressed me on a whole nother issue, a whole nother individual. So I'm like, nah. When he said, like I said, we've lived in the hood. We know when somebody says keep my name out your damn mouth. We know what that means. So I was just like, I can't be bothered today. So I went and told my department manager, I'm like, I'm not about to deal with this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, nah, we not about to do this. Cause like, I just could not be bothered. Like, I told the department manager and let them handle it at this point. Because I'm like, this is utter ridiculous. Cause now this is the second time where I've had to do things once again by myself, and other floors had pretty much nothing, and there is no one. But yeah, so shit. It's just been test my patience all week. Because everybody think, oh, you're quiet, you're hee hee ha ha, that they can press you and want to get. I hate the word gangster, but you know what I mean. Like they want to press you on something. Like, bruh, just because I'm quiet and ha ha does not mean I won't. Like, yo, we can like, you won't say like, yo, we can take this shit outside type shit. Like, I don't know why people keep trying me. Like, we can't make this happen down, like, 2 blocks down and away from the job. But the thing is, they're also gonna be kind of mad as fuck. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I brought up to the manager's attention, we need a lead for overnight. Does that make sense? We need a lead for overnight, and I recommended someone. And then he's like, well, I mean, I recommend it because like the person's been here for 8 years. They know a lot more than I do. He goes, why didn't you name yourself? And I was like, I didn't want to name myself in the heat of the argument because then it would have felt like if I was doing it for selfish reasons. Selfish reasons. Does that make sense? Like, and it just didn't sit right with me. Well, he goes, well, if with my recommendation and me training you, you could be a good one. So now imagine if I take the manager up on his offering, like, start learning how what his job is and things like that. They're gonna be really mad. You know what I mean? They're gonna be really mad if I pull up into the leadership role and now they got no choice but to answer to me for overnight. So, but then again, success is the best karma, bro. Like, there's nothing greater than that. But I just thought that shit was interesting because I'm like, that's the second person in a row this week that wants to test my patience. I'm like, why? What is it about? Is there something on my face that I don't see? I'm like, shit just blew my mind today, but I just thought that shit was funny. I thought I would share story time. But anyway, back to the Shang-Chi. Apparently his father is the Mandarin, and it's actually about the Makulan rings, the 10 rings that are around. It's the Makulan rings, if I'm saying that correctly. But I actually know the history around it, so that it should be interesting. Okay, do you know? Right, but do you? But that's not, yeah. But that's actually comic book wise. It's actually Do you remember a Marvel villain called Fin Fang Foom? He was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. They actually, yep, the dragon. The Makulan rings actually are from his planet, and they're actually like a power source for a spaceship. If that makes any sense. Very little. Right. let's go, Josh. You don't before you about to. Wait, are you serious? Right. You going by yourself? Uh-huh. Right, to want to do stuff. Yep. Yep. Oh, wow. Why not just wait for it to come out to, like, Disney Plus or one of those shits? Oh. Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more time? Oh, hell no. I'm not spending $30, bro. Like, what? Right. No. You can. Go, Josh. Go watch a movie. I'll catch you later. Yeah, they really need to fix. Where is here we go. Let's head back to. Let's go to Grafton Dam. It's not charging. I'm gonna have to end it. That shit is not charging. Oh, damn it, they didn't respond. I'm pretty sure Hunterville didn't respawn yet. Yeah. Death Blossoms, Rail Blast. Oh, Fly Swatter.
Calling all fire breathers. Mark, I've got a priority alert for you. We picked up another one of them automated survey burger bots out in the ash heap. Those things are great for salvage, but you'll need to hit it hard and fast if you're gonna knock it down. The noise also tends to attract unwanted attention. Watch your back. Good luck. Try not to get killed.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Oh.
for your cooperation.
Oh, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna do the nuke. Should probably go with... No, we'll go with the casual time. Wait, what are they nuking? Here we go. is the other one? Oh, there we go. I feel like I should be on the other side. Oh, okay, Jack. Ooh, shit. That's what I needed to see. Ooh, spinning. Challenges. Oh, I can do the daily. Oh, I would still be there. So let me actually back to base. So tired, actually. Excuse me.
What would Elder Maxon say if he saw the state of your camp?
Uh, okay. I think I'm pretty much gonna let me. Oh right, I forgot about this. I forgot. It's 12. And then, oh. Do I have food or drink? I do not. Oh, right. Let me. Oh. Ah. I just want it down. Oh, put this back. Well, actually, hey, can we put a little music in her room? Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I want to look at challenges. No. Scoreboard. I am literally just 3 away from this. Oh, just 3 away. Oh, wait, that's not. I'll take that. I kind of like that. The samurai thing is sweet. Maybe daily operation. Maybe leave it for now. Who just wrote me? Who is? Oh. I don't know what I want to do. Actually, I want to take a look at YouTube real quick. I watched that. Don't really care about that because that's not gonna come out in several months from now. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Peachy. Okay, so there's nothing really going on there, and let me check out. Do I even want to know what happened? I kind of want to go check out New Worlds.
ABC Wednesdays. America's favorite family is still keeping it real.
How'd you get a ball signed by Walter Payton? Like this.
All season long.
Mom had a Bible?
She wanted to smack you with.
New World, the new MMO from Amazon Games, is finally
Excuse me.
available worldwide and has already seen record-breaking success. From tons of fans raving about the gameplay loop to most of those same people complaining about the long queue times, it's been hard to escape New World in wake of its launch, and even harder to deny that this game is having a real moment. So if you find yourself curious about what all the hype is about, but you're also feeling a little intimidated by everything that New World has to offer, well, don't worry, because this guide will hopefully make everything a little less intimidating. In this video, we're giving you the ultimate set of tips for getting started in New World so you can do less searching for answers and more playing. For more of New World and other RPGs, make sure you like this video and smash the subscribe button. Let's start with what you'll be doing the most in the early hours of the game, questing. And for those of you that like to reach max level as fast as possible, I've got you covered. I'm not that type of player myself, but I respect those that are. So after creating your character and loading into the world, you're faced with a little tutorial section before heading off to the main game. It may not be obvious at first, but this section is skippable. So don't feel like you have to replay it if you've already tried the game out during those beta periods. To do this, open the pause menu and navigate to the game menu tab at the top right of the screen. Here, you should see an option that says skip to New World. But take note, skipping this intro will cause you to miss out on getting your first weapon mastery point. However, not all is lost. You can either wait until after the 4th enemy to hit skip, or you can skip it right away and earn that point later on. Once you're out of the prologue, you'll spawn in one of 4 regions: Everfall, Monarch's Bluffs, Windsfall, or First Light. And if you happen to have a preference, there's also a way to completely change your starting zone. To do this, talk to the person on the beach and complete that initial quest, but do not start the next one. Instead, open your map and you'll notice that the next quest is available on all 4 beaches. Now all you have to do is make the long journey to the beach you want and then kick off the opening quest in that territory instead. Questing is New World's core activity, and in the game there are 4 types of quests that can be completed: main, side, faction missions, and town projects. Completing any of these rewards you with experience points to level up, and doing so earns you an attribute point. But before we talk about the attribute points, let's talk about the most efficient ways to earn more XP in less time. First off, don't ignore the side quests. As tempting as it may be to try to focus solely on the main stuff, it's smart to pick up the available side quests along the way. This will save you so much time and you can earn more XP. For example, old me used to do all of the main missions until they were too high of a level for me. So then I would go over to the side quest to try to reach that level, oftentimes going back to the same areas that I just was in for the main quest. So be better than old me. Grab those side quests and tackle them while you're already out completing other things in the world. I can't stress enough how much travel time you'll save. And while you're already grouping side and main quests, make sure to toss in some town projects and faction missions. Town projects can typically be found in the town hall, and be on the lookout for very simple projects that can be completed without going out of your way too much. For example, I stumbled on 2 listings for Hunt Boar at the same time. This became an easy killing 2 birds with 1 stone type of situation, as now I was completing 2 projects with similar requirements at the same time while just casually traveling to a quest. And even though town projects are good to do whenever, Faction missions should be a top priority when they are the first 3 of your day. These daily bonuses can be seen in the upper left-hand corner of the faction mission select screen, and it should say 3 of 3 if you haven't done any yet. According to the developers, this bonus nets you about 200% more XP than the mission was originally worth. So let's recap really quick. Grouping your quests together are key for more experience and cutting down travel time. Main, side, and town projects are perfect for grouping together all the time, but your faction missions will get the most benefit when they're the first 3 that you're doing that day. Alright, got it? Got it? Let's hydrate. Let's jump back in. Let's do it. To save even more on travel time, you'll want to make sure you're checked in at the inn of the area you're questing at. This way, after you've done a handful of quests, you can just teleport back to town, turn those in, and get right back out into the world to complete some new ones. However, keep in mind that the cooldown for recalling to the inn is 60 minutes. Don't want to wait, walk, or pay for fast travel? Well, there's also dying on purpose and respawning at the nearest camp or settlement. It'll just cost you a little bit of weapon durability. Settlements are also a great place to be when you're done playing New World. Logging out while in a town can earn you a rested XP bonus when you return to the game. That means that any task that gives you level XP will grant you a little more as long as the bonus is active. And now you don't have to feel bad when you go out and live your real life, because when you return, you're getting a little bit extra towards your progression. Another way to level up quickly comes in the form of territory standing. With each rise in an area's reputation comes a large amount of XP for your character. You increase territory standing using all your normal experience gaining activities like questing, crafting, killing mobs, etc. Completing a quest in Everfall earns experience for Everfall. Crafting something in First Light earns XP for First Light. And every new standing level comes with a reward, one of which can be XP buffs. So if reaching max level is your top priority, then I'd advise paying attention to your standing and picking the XP or standing buffs when available. Some extra leveling tips include picking up notes around the world and adding them to your journal. These are only worth around 100 experience, but if you're out killing a mob and a note is right in front of you on a crate, it wouldn't hurt to pick it up. Plus, you get the added bonus of being able to read it later and get more insight on New World's lore. And speaking of killing mobs, keep in mind you only need 2 light attacks in order to gain experience off someone else's kill. So if you can manage to squeeze those in while you're passing someone fighting, then boom, you've got a tiny bit of XP without much effort. And we'll discuss a little more about PvP later in the video, but since we're talking about experience, flagging yourself for PvP is another great way to earn extra because of its 5% bonus. Now finally, let's go back and talk about what you're going to do with all of that experience and leveling up. Spending attribute points. New World does not feature a traditional class system like other games in its genre. Instead, the character's attributes heavily impact your playstyle. The attributes available at launch include Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, Focus, and Constitution. Strength will affect your melee weapon damage, while Dexterity does a little bit of the same, but also improves the effectiveness of ranged weapons. Intelligence can boost the power of magic weapons, while Focus affects the recovery rate of mana as well as your healing output. And that